Today's show is all about beauty. As the Romantic poet John Keats said, beauty is truth, truth is beauty. That is all you need know. Well, today on Looking to Make a Difference with Gail, we're going to talk all about beauty, going to talk about fashion, and even more. I'm Gail King from Looking to Make a Difference with Gail. My very special guest today is the organizer and the director of International Fashion and Arts Week, and we're coming into season 5 with the beautiful Vanny Tousignant. Vanny's beauty comes from not only her talent, her beautiful designs, but also her beauty is from within, where she brings everybody together in her fashion show, and we have a ball walking in it. Welcome, Vanny.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Vanny, you are known for so many different things, from your Van Gogh fashion, from your shows in Milan, Paris, the show that's coming up, which is season 5, and also for your community spirit. But I think it's safe to say that you were destined for this career. Let's go back to Indonesia many years ago.
All right. Go back to Indonesia in my childhood. Actually, when I was I just realized, now that actually all this fashion and arts is coming from the family. So I never go to school for that, special school, But probably because every day I saw my sister, my mom, my cousins, they all involved in this industry. That's make me, I also design my clothes, 12 years old.
So at 12 years old, you knew what you wanted to do. Mom, your sister, they were seamstress. So all of this affected you. Was your mom your role model?
My mom is a role model, it's in a different way. She's a single parent, so it's just make me looking a woman is a very strong woman for me. But my big sister actually the one that's all this that's involved with a lot of things like this. All the fashions, doing the makeup and everything for the bridal and everything. That's her.
So all of this talent is coming from within, from living in your family and seeing all of this. But I think too, in addition to that, you went to the Empire School and you went to the International Beauty School. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I'm not really that time. I just like to see people in the beauty. And I said, I just love to see women. If I just make them clothes, I also like to make them look pretty on everything. So all included. That's the reasons I went to school for cosmetologist. And I'm graduate from Learning Institute Beauty and Science, now become Empire Beauty School. Back 2006, sorry.
And you work hard, and I think that ethic came from your family. You're a hard worker.
This is the only thing, I cannot stay still.
Right.
I have to move.
Know what that's like?
Yes.
So you're doing so many different things, you want to keep busy. The more that you get, the more you are able to do. But in 1987, while working in a bakery, a person walked in, and it literally did change your life. Who was that, and what happened?
That's my husband now, is Tousignant. He was that time in the Air Force. So he's coming to the bakery because he's just coming to get a coffee. I'm not really, just oh, hi, and
hello,
things like that.
I'm working.
Hello,
I'm working.
I'm working. I asked him how you like your coffee, light and sweet like me, and I'm thinking ooh, okay.
He did do that?
Yes.
Oh, is that cute? That is so fun. He was obviously very interested. Something clicked, and then you have children, and of course he's such a big supporter for you.
Oh, yes.
Of you. And you end up naming Van Gogh Fashion. What does the name mean? How did that come
Vanny
about?
Fashion actually is my big one, middle name. That's my firstborn middle name.
So you brought everybody into it.
Yes, and I think that's kind of cute name.
It is, Vanny. What is your philosophy for success in the fashion business?
Never give up. Fly high.
I love that.
Never give up.
And fly high.
Fly
I've
high.
seen that. We know that you are definitely on Facebook, and I saw that. I think too, there's a beautiful spirituality within you. Yes?
Yes, I am very spiritual. Not religious, spiritual, yes.
But spiritual, and
yes.
that I think comes out. One of the things that you do that I think is just so amazing is that in your shows, You give everybody a chance, be it a model, be it another fashion designer, but you bring everybody together, which of course makes it so, pleasant. How important is diversity to you?
It's very important for me because we are all born in this, it's the same actually.
Yeah.
We don't have any, when you are born, you're a baby, you don't have anything like, my skin color, the baby don't know.
Right.
Your eye color and everything. So I love to have people together from every race, every culture, to put them together, and we're gonna go together.
And then within your show, you show all the diversity, the different styles, the different fashions, which is amazing. Let's talk a little bit about now Jakarta, Indonesia.
Yes.
That is the fashion place in Indonesia, the fashion part of the world. And I want to talk a little bit about your fashions. What stood out for me is that the fashions are so amazing, so intricate. I'm going to ask you to hold this up for a moment.
Yeah.
You use high collars,
Yes.
bright colors,
Right.
your patterns, your pearls, you use different stones,
Yeah.
you use sequins,
Yeah.
and yet amazingly very comfortable. So there's also that Western influence as well. You've been able to marry the two. But if you hold that up, look at the colors. What are some of your favorite colors and that we might see in this next fashion show? I don't want to give too much away. I want you to come to the show.
Yes, my next color, actually I bring a lot of ethnic also. This is just one of sample, like batik, Indonesia batik.
Okay, with batik.
Batik or Indonesian weaving, like the one that I wear right now.
So this is Indonesian
batik
weaving.
and Indonesian
And let me
weaving.
see here. Is this the elephant?
Elephant.
Is this the elephant?
Yes.
Tell me about that because that's significant.
I love nature also, like animals.
Okay.
So, but I cannot just put like, okay, I'm gonna put dogs in there, but
Right,
so
right, so you
something
fit.
that's like, it's just for me to connect to the person.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
That's
Some people like order that and they say like, oh, can you make this and that? I will make it for you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your, what I call epaulets, but
Yeah, this is you
here,
can stretch. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is just a like design that I wear every day.
and these are awards. Have you not won awards?
This is
for your
batik,
Indonesian?
and then I can wear. Like I'm always tell people, I like to wear this
Ah.
one. Sometimes like.
What I want to say is with Vanny's clothing, you can wear them but different ways. I have seen, shawls
Yes.
can become headpieces,
Correct.
can become scarves,
Yes.
and I even made it a runner on a table.
Look like this.
like this, but look at this, it's too pretty to be a runner. You should just put, nothing on top of it. But if you take a look at this, the weave, this is just amazing.
Yes. Thank you.
So we mix and match. I noticed too in your shows you have different themes.
Yes.
Colors. For example,
Yes.
the color gold, 2016. Last year I was looking at the red, right?
Correct.
So you have the different themes. I also see that you have been responsible for putting quite a few pieces in the magazines. Why don't you hold one up? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, this is a Beauty of Arts magazines that's owned by me and my other people in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, okay.
Yeah.
You are
And
the USA director.
USA director,
Can you
correct?
hold that one up while you speak about it?
And the one that's in here, actually, this is my collection. It's right in here.
Oh, beautiful. And the name of this is
Beauty of Arts.
Beautiful Arts as well. Okay.
And it's worn by Fatina Singh, and this is all my collections.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a couture. And if you can see
how
inside,
can people get this?
they can go through online. Just
Go
Beauty of Arts.
on.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the colors. Look at the elegance.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing? You're bringing back such elegance.
Elegance.
And we
Yes.
love that. We
So,
absolutely love it.
All right. So just a part, but my collection is actually in several magazines also in here.
Absolutely. Now, you stay so calm during your shows. Believe me, very calm. In fact, dancing a little bit in one of them, you're relaxed. How does that happen? Why are you?
I enjoy it.
Okay.
I enjoy what I'm doing. So yes.
And because you enjoy it and modeled in it, I see everybody else enjoying themselves.
Yes.
It's very calm. But it takes, as I say, a village to put all of this together. So you have, of course, you have your master of ceremonies, you have your models. Who else is involved in doing all of the show?
Basically, almost everybody in the industry.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
makeup artists.
Hairstylists. We have also photographers, videographers. We have fashion blogger. We have all this media coming.
Newspaper coming.
Yes, newspaper
fashion
coming.
coordinators.
Fashion coordinators. We have
everybody.
all the princesses
Yeah.
from the beauty pageant. Yes.
I don't think people realize how much goes into it. They see the show, walking down, they take a few pictures, and they think, oh, how many months does it take for you to prepare to get ready? Because you do Fashion Week twice.
Twice a
We're
year.
talking about the show that's coming up September 15th, which is going to be held where?
It's gonna be in 4 West 43rd Street.
4
in
West
right in here,
3rd
Manhattan.
Street in Manhattan, and it starts at what time?
September 13th, we started for our opening first in Zaffo Mediterranean
Oh,
restaurant.
okay.
Yeah, that's our night.
And that's
Day awards.
September
13th.
13th, and
And
that's
then-
open to the public?
Open to the public.
Okay, and that's
yes.
from 1 to 5 at Zabo Restaurant.
Correct. And then on September 15th,
yeah.
that's all fashion show. We have 12 designers coming to join us. It's gonna be in 4 West 43rd Street, 5th Avenue in Manhattan, New
And
York.
what are the hours for that?
The door open 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we start the show 5 o'clock till finished.
Wow, it's going to be incredible. I know
Yes.
that. Right, and
12
And-
designers involved.
12
Yeah.
designers, so I think maybe about 4 hours, would you say?
This time we divided to 2 fashion show this time. So it's not every show I always get my own vision. So this vision coming up, we're gonna do it like if I have 12 coming.
Yes.
So it's gonna be 6 first fashion show. We have intermission, which is people gonna be. By the way, on the
Yeah.
intermission, we're gonna bring some kind of music or arts from east of Indonesia. They call Papua. That's nobody ever know. That's the
What
state.
is that? Oh, okay, so what is?
It's almost like if I say the culture is almost like in Brazil, Amazon. People with
Yeah,
wearing all these
okay.
feathers.
So we're going to get
So it's
something
gonna be-
very
yeah.
different.
Yes.
It's going to be a real big treat this year.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Okay, how do you select your models? What do you look for? Tell me about that.
My models this time is from 7 years old till whatever that you can walk, any age.
She's saying 7 until.
One of the models of International Fashion Arts Week.
And you train them, you have classes for them.
Yes.
And what are some of the things that you definitely teach them? Is it to hold them, their posture, expression? What's so important?
It's very important for me to teach the class. It's just not just how they walk, but it's first is they have to know the history of fashion, which is not everybody over that.
Right.
Because I am searching to with what they needed, not because I want them to. Okay, you come to my class, and just this is what we teach you, like how to walk. Everybody can do that.
Right. And they are from ages 7 on, and I'll tell you, they are adorable in the show. They are so cute. They have so much fun, and everybody backstage has a good time. I noticed that as well. Okay, you have shown your fashions from last year's show into Paris, Milan, Amsterdam too, I think.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that, just to share with you.
Milan, we just joined the teams last February, and they're all gonna be coming here too.
So
Yes,
my kids are
yes.
very excited.
So my Milan team is coming here. They're coming from Milan Fashion Week, and I supposed to be joining them on the 20th. So back to back from here, go back in there. And
exciting is that?
yes, in Amsterdam we're doing that the last year, and I'm doing a lot of photo shoot in there
Oh.
for a magazine. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Video? Okay, video is going to be put in here. And
Which video?
when I mentioned the arts and fashion, the advertising has to go up there. Okay? Good. Okay, continue. Tell me about this Miss Woman Kabaya, if I'm saying it correctly, because I also, like you, believe that if one is involved with it, you have to know the culture, know what's going
Yes.
on so you can carry yourself.
Yes.
So it's Miss Woman Kabaya, Indonesia, USA.
Correct.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that. What does that mean? How is it involved? What?
Yes, Miss Indonesia Kebaya USA. Indonesia Kebaya is basically kebaya is Indonesian woman traditional custom that we wear that for every occasions until if the ceremony, even though you go into like a White House for Indonesia, the place of president, they are I'm not sure is that in that magazine.
Okay.
But yes, in other magazine I forgot to bring it today.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's kebaya is Indonesian traditional
It's
custom.
a traditional.
Yes, and that's woman, and then I'm trying to bring it up in USA and Europe because we need for the new generation so they understand that even though you was born here, if you have a parent that's Indonesian background, they can involve because I want them to learn this is our traditional
And your
custom.
culture
Yes.
and what it means. I love that. I noticed too, in the models, we always have the hair back, correct?
Yes.
And the makeup, and that's to make the clothing stand out. I think that's something people don't realize. What is the purpose of that?
Okay, it depends also of the designers
The
what
designer,
they
okay.
want, yeah. But for me, I like to put everything
Everything
back,
back, right,
yeah.
right,
So
right.
you can see all the detail of because my
High
yeah,
necks.
yes, you can see all the
knew it.
detail.
Okay, I'm getting it. Tell me about your work with the United Nations.
What's that? I'm
The
sorry.
United Nations.
Actually, I'm in United Nations. I am doing a lot of like charity events with Indonesian community, or also the last time is with Bangladesh. Yeah.
You won the Regency Award.
Yes, 2017 from Indonesia, from Sulawesi.
And what is the Indonesia House of New York? Can you explain that?
Oh, Indonesian House New York is we just got since we during that time started back when we support certain people in our country in Indonesia, and from that since we got like so many people that's involved.
Okay.
And we decide to build Indonesian House New York, and it's just this year. It's just we just got that.
You're
this
right
year.
in there.
I am in there. Yeah, it's a fashion and arts.
What's next for Vanny Tousignant?
Probably the same. Like last year, I always say people the same thing. It's gonna be fly high.
Can you fly high? And you heard. Much. People can find you on Facebook and
Yes, Facebook, Instagram, and I have Twitter too. Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
And
they
your
can also
website is?
website. Yeah, ifaweek.com. It's very easy. IFAWweek.com. www.com. ifaweek.com.
Always a pleasure. I can't wait to walk in your show and see all the new designs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Tousignant. Confidence is paramount to beauty. International runway model, fitness model, Gabriela Panduru would know that confidence is all about knowing who you are and, of course, and she is, always being herself. Gabrielle is a brand ambassador, a fashion consultant. She is a CEO and blogger of GLW, Model of the Year 2019, Miss Tourism Romania 2020, and of course she is the the general manager, artistic director of an award-winning independent magazine given an award 2017 called BB, and even more. Welcome, Gabriela, and happy birthday.
Thank you, Gail, and thank you for having me
Oh,
here
it's a
today.
pleasure. We actually met backstage in one of Vanny's shows and just got along as everybody does there. But I was so taken with all of the beautiful things that you are doing, and we'll get to that in a moment. I want to start out with, because I mentioned about this confidence. You radiate that, and I love that. That is such a beautiful quality you have. Where does that come from?
I think that's come from my family. My mom always teach me to embrace who I am, and even if I'm not perfect, and I'm not perfect,
None of us are.
I wanna bring my positive side. I wanna show people you need to be yourself, and just just bring love, bring power, bring the best of you, and show other people, because that's very important. Like confidence, I think it's our business card in many
I agree with you.
situations.
I think that's great advice. I think we need to empower women more and more, and I think one of the ways we can do it is by building our confidence, not tearing ourselves down, correct?
Yes.
Now, you've been in over 50 magazines. You've been on covers. In fact, I'm going to ask you to hold this beautiful, this is gorgeous, this beautiful cover magazine, which is Portfolio. I think I'll put it up a little higher there. There we go. And you've been in so many runway shows, videos. So what makes you successful as a model?
I think my determination, my hard work, the love of showing beauty in this beautiful world. I'm a dreamer. I believe in a world full of love, full of beauty, and I feel like I try to build that world around me through my fashion shows, the people I work with, and I want to show people, yes, we have beauty in this world, and we have beautiful things, and it's all about us to create something, to show something beautiful. Beauty doesn't mean necessarily perfection. Beauty means showing
so well said.
the bright side of everything. And I guess my hard work, I always try to be everywhere, like going to audition, talking with people. What is very, very important, and what I will suggest other models, is go to fashion show, try to meet designer, try to meet producer, a lot of time go to introduce yourself to a designer.
Get out there.
Yes,
You're not going to
so
do it at home
important.
looking at
That's number
TV,
one.
thinking
That's
about
number one.
what is some of the hard work? You mentioned that there is some, hard work. I think many people think it's just very, very glamorous. And yes, it is. And you do it because it's fun, because you are surrounding yourself with elegant and beautiful designs, and it's fun to meet people. But what about the hard work?
Oh, the hard work can start even for being yourself in a shape where you go to the gym and work out, run 1 hour, come home tired, running to audition, eating from your bag, having like some food with you, and staying on a hallway for hours, not glamorous, like all that.
We're tired at the end of
Yes,
the show,
yes,
right?
like
As
we're
the makeup
tired.
starts to smear.
Or they're like
lashes.
taking your shoes,
Yes.
every time when we get there looking fabulous, that's been a couple of hours of hard work, and people need to know that, you need to invest that time in you to get there.
Let's talk about the different types, Gabriela, of modeling. I think some people think it is strictly, runway or sports or video, but actually there's so many different types.
It is.
We have hand. I even had a request from a top agency once for my back.
Yes.
People do not realize that you can have these different types. You could be for face, you could be, so what are some of the ones that you have done?
In general, I start as being a fitness model because I practice fitness for many, many years, and fitness and I compete in fitness competition.
I want to talk about that. You brought that up, and it's
Yes.
very important. You won, I believe, 12 fitness
Yes,
awards.
Yes, yes.
Okay, what do the judges look for?
In the category I'm competing, it's called bikini fitness,
Bikini,
where you need
okay.
to have a proportional body. You need to have strong legs, a very, very like
So
a beach
certain-
body.
So it is, I was just going to say, so really it's a certain type of body.
Yes, it's
That's
a certain
important.
type of body.
Okay, let's talk about the training. What does it take to become a fitness?
I start training at 19. I compete first time around 30 and was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
What is good about fitness, it's no age. You can compete.
Anybody can compete.
Anybody can compete, but it's an investment. You can compete, but you need to invest in your training. You need to invest in coach. You need to invest in.
Wow, I didn't know it was so
It's
involved.
a kind of expensive hobby if you can have it as a hobby, or if you are a sponsor athlete. You have the companies paying for you.
Well, what about the food? What kind of food during, and how long do you train per show?
Usually before a show, you prepare for 3 months. You eat super
I did
light
not
food,
know that.
but the food kind of change for week to week. Depends
Really?
of how your body evolve. If you lose too much weight, they will give you more to eat.
I was just going
If
to, one of
you-
my questions, can you get too thin?
Yes, if you get too thin, they give you more to eat. But that doesn't really happen in my case. They always cut the food because
We like to eat.
it's not about that. I'm not a big
No.
eater. My only sweets are my weakness. That's it.
I'm laughing because I brought some sweets, as
Yes.
you well know, before the
And
show.
I do 100% natural, and when you train natural 100%, I never take a fat burner in my life. It's very hard. Like if you take some supplements, that will help
That
you.
will help, but you don't do that at all.
Me, I'm a health freak, and I don't like to put nothing in my body other than vitamins
Excellent.
or natural like.
Okay, now how can someone find out if he or she qualifies to become a model? What steps can they take? Who do they go to? How does this happen? How did you get started?
As a fashion model, I started a long time ago. When I was in college, I did a course with a very prestigious fashion model in Romania. At that time, some of the models I was, they was very, very tall, 5'6" only, and that's why a lot of jobs I didn't get to a lot of events
Because of
at that
height.
time. We talk about 10 years ago where they was very, very strict with the height, and after when I moved to the United States, being a fitness model, people approach me, I love your look, can you model for me?
And look at that.
And I
One
never.
thing led to another.
Yes. And I'm happy we live in an era where the height doesn't
Petite,
stop you, and
petite,
the age doesn't stop you. And this is because as a model we represent the products, and the products everybody buy it, not only young people. Especially, I feel like the most people who buy the products are between 30 and 50 or 60. They're the people who
Actually,
invest more
I'm
in
going a
beautiful.
step further.
Yes.
Baby boomers are
Yes.
the ones that are buying these products. They have the means to do it, they're looking to do it, and they want fashions that are good for them.
Yes.
And they want to see people in there, and they can look at them and say, I could wear that. That would look good on me. So I so agree with that. That's
It's
incredible.
very important to have.
You're also a house model
Yes.
and a brand. Tell us about that.
I have the pleasure to work with an extraordinary lady who I met in New York. She is from Romania also. Her name is Alexandra Popescu York.
Okay.
She is an artist, a painter, a visual artist. She paints so beautiful, and also a designer. And we start working together. I represent her like a lot of events, beautiful events and fashionable events.
I have seen so many, and they are stunning.
This is one of
This
the-
is one of them. Look at
Yes,
it.
couture dress.
Can you describe this?
It's just beautiful fabric. You know, everything is handmade. Sometimes dresses take 1 month, 2 months to put it together. Is the real couture? You know, it's the one.
It's an art.
Yeah, it's an art. It's
definitely
an art,
an
and I'm very blessed to work
You
with them.
have this positive attitude, and I'm going to use one of your quotes, love it. Happy mind, happy body, happy spirit. And this takes over and is an intrinsic part of your life. However, life throws us some curves sometimes. How do you manage to stay so positive when that happens?
You know, I feel like we need to teach ourselves to be positive. Like, if you decide you will live like a happy life, you will. Life is more tough than easy in many times, but I think we need to see the best in everything, you know. I try to be always grateful for what God and nature give it to me, and to be grateful for the people around me. I'm a big people lover. I'm a people person. I love people. I love to be around people. That's why I love New York. I love to feel like I'm around millions
It's
of
always
people.
up. It's always
Yes,
exciting.
yes.
And
That's
you know
why.
what? And you exemplify this. It's just as easy to be nice as not to be nice. It's just as easy to appreciate than not to appreciate. And I think that's what
I try my best. It's a
in
work.
the show.
It's
Remember
a
before
work.
we were
Yes,
talking
yes.
about all this. And sometimes things can happen, but I think the positive definitely outweighs the negative. You're very close to your family, and their values were instilled in you. Which one value would you say was most incredible that has made you who you are today?
I think the most important is to love people,
Mhm.
and I'm a very, very empathic person, and I care about others a lot. I think that's my quality, and some people say maybe it's not a quality, why you care so much, or you know.
look
But
at-
for me, I consider it a quality.
Gabriel, look at
because
all the
I love
charities.
people, and
Yeah, look at all the charities you've been involved with. Now, one of them that you wanted to talk about, there are quite a few that you're involved with. You take care of the veterans. You
Yes.
raise money for veterans. You help with animals, children, you know, who have been bullied. But what about the women's charity that you're involved with? That's
I
important.
love to work a lot with Chips, who is a women's shelter in Brooklyn, and every time I have the chance, I'm going to work there. We have different. There was days where we were serving soup to the homeless people, who are all kind of ages.
Mhm.
They're people all over the world who live in New York, and they're there, and they always feel great I feel great to serve them, and I always joke around with them. I say, I'm your server for today, just
Oh,
let me
you
know what
love
you
that.
want. I love to spoil
love
them,
it.
to feel
You
special.
love
At least that little time, I try
And
my
that's,
best.
and that's the true beauty that, you know, I see in you that always comes out, which is radiance, because you're helping. I think sometimes we forget how much it helps us
Yes.
to help others. I'm looking at your beautiful tiara. I'm going to ask you to hold this, and your two banners, please. Tell us a little bit about that. We'd be remiss if we didn't. It's so beautiful.
I have the pleasure to work with the organization Miss Tourist Ambassador USA, and thank
Yeah,
you,
hold this
Marcy
one.
Conception, for the beautiful title. As a brand ambassador for here, I'm the model of the year, and here as a Romanian, born in Romania, I represent Romania. I try to share the Romanian culture with people who doesn't know too much about my country, where I was born. And one of the things, we try to work with a lot of charities.
I
It's
love
our
that,
main
and that's beauty.
main reason to try to help, to try to, you know, change people's life in good if we can. That's
You're also known as a blogger. I'm going to hold up your magazine. I'd like you to quickly tell me a little bit about this. It's GLW.
this is I started being a blogger in 2013. and everything start online. And until this year, I didn't decide to have it in print. Being in fitness, I try to help a little bit my fitness enthusiasts, where I create the
We could show some of those.
magazine.
So that's your goal?
Yes, to help some of the
Models, right?
fitness and emphasize the people who are so hard and support them as a cause. I feel like a lot of time, and also I promote fashion. I promote everything what's mean talent. Yes.
Last year you had about 50 different articles.
Yes,
I read
yes,
them.
yes, yes.
So amazing. Now what about BB?
BB, it's such an amazing magazine, and Billy Blanc is an extraordinary person. I have a pleasure to work. This is our latest cover, where I have the pleasure to be part of the team who.
You're the general manager, so
Yes,
what's your
yes,
responsibility there?
We have a lot of responsibility for in BB magazine. Always try to scout models, to scout designers. I always have the eyes, and going to events. We wanna promote talent, different kind of talent.
What kind of event? I think he has an event coming up where he invited different people on
Yes,
Facebook.
yes,
Tell
yes.
us about that.
We will. BB Magazine always hold like a little party to give back to the people who support us. We have at least 2-3 annual party where all the models or all the people who are in designers, makeup artists who are in the magazines, and we want to celebrate. Billy Blanc always want to make sure everybody's happy,
having a
and
good
we
time.
want to give back to such amazing supporters who the people love the magazine, and we always
Where can
love
they
to
get the
meet
magazine?
The magazine, if you guys go on their website, billyblanc.com, or
Again.
all magazines you can order from there, and Gabriela magazine also from
Same
there.
thing.
Yeah. For my magazine, GabrielaLoveWorld.com.
Well, I have to tell you, this has been delightful. What haven't I asked you that you'd like to get out? I know we have to give you where we could find you, but what haven't I asked you that you would like me to?
No, I would just like to say thank you to a lot of amazing people. I will only name a very few, because
Yes.
if the list was one of
I
my
know your
very
list
dear
would be
friends,
huge.
Gio Della Vici, who I work with him, and he's also one of my partner when it's about the charities.
Yes,
He's always say yes, and we, Mr. Don Pittman, yes, Billy Blunt, Alexandra Popescu, the amazing designer.
Well, they're going to watch this, I'm sure.
Yes,
They're going to hear their names mentioned. And where
Thank
can
you,
we find
Vanny.
you?
I have pleasure to work in her event.
And where can we find you?
You guys can find me, Gabriela, on my website, GabrielaPanduru.com, or on Instagram, Gabriela/fit.
And be treated to so many beautiful pictures. I want to thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
so
a pleasure.
much.
And I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you, guys.
The future belongs to all of us who believe in the beauty of dreams. That was said by Eleanor Roosevelt, but she could have been saying it about my next guest, Andrene Williams, whom I met in Vanny Tousignant's show. I couldn't believe that one person could have so much energy, a great sense of humor, but she gets the job done. She's totally professional. And every so often I would hear, boom, which I loved. We need that. Now these are just a few of Andrene Williams' accomplishments. The Rosa Parks Award for her community service in Queens. She received a proclamation for her Lady Andro Self-Enhancement Youth Organization, which has gone on about 12 years. And we can hear all the things that she's been doing with that. Person of the Week, a cover girl for at least 3 magazines that I'm aware of, Gospel, Queen Size, and of course her own magazine, which is Unique Blend Magazine. and a Star Award for full-figured women. And welcome to
Thank you.
Looking to Make a Difference with Gail. What a pleasure to be
Thank
able to
you.
do this. I've been wanting to do it. I'm so excited. Now, you were born in Jamaica, but
Yes.
you were raised in Queens.
Yes, I was born in Jamaica, West Indies. Came here when I was a little girl, and I did most of my schooling here. And people get shocked sometimes because they think the accent will be going, but trust me, it comes out, especially when you're upset. It
And I
comes out
noticed too in expressions, instead of saying happy birthday, it was happy born
Born day.
day. I picked
Yeah,
that
you
up.
caught that, right?
I absolutely did. I'm wondering though, because you were raised in Queens, is that why you give so much back to the community of Queens?
I give so much back because I'm the product of a single parent.
Mhm.
And I remember growing up how it was so difficult for my mother to obtain resources to assist us. And although the resources sometimes available, a lot of times people don't know how to go about getting resources. So I told myself that one day I was going to develop a nonprofit organization and work with the youth and help them obtain these resources that they need so that they will become better adults in their community.
Well, you are a giver, you are a nurturer. I mean, after all, you received an associate degree in nursing, and you took care of people who were physically and emotionally
Yes.
and mentally ill.
Yes.
So this is all coming, to a head here. Let's talk about that beautiful self-enrichment. What were some of the things that you helped accomplish?
Oh, wow. We did scholarship, after school program, mentoring, tutoring, career advisement. And what we do with the young ladies especially, and the guys too,
Mhm.
is we do self-esteem and self-confidence builder. And this is how we tie into modeling. We realize that these young kids, that when we taught them how to model requires a lot of self-esteem and confidence.
Mhm.
So we was like, let's put the two together so that while they're building that, they could still be learning how to grace the runway. So it worked wonders, and then the parents was like, listen, my children, they're developing to little doves, what's going on? They want to do the same thing too, and this is how I became the birth of
And
UVM.
that's how you did
Yes.
this. One thing, notice that one
Yes.
thing will
Mhm.
lead to another, and not to be afraid to step outside the box.
Exactly.
Go into it. When I read the list in a little while as to all of the things that you've been involved in, it's amazing, but it kept leading. One thing kept going
Exactly.
to another, and your passion for all of this.
You know, sometimes things are not planned. You just,
That's
some
right.
things just fall into your lap,
That's
and
right.
then you find out you have passion that you never knew you had. You know, so I just tend to go
And
with
a
the flow.
blessing
Yeah.
comes.
I never limit myself. I just let myself just fly.
No, you just keep going. You do. Shakespeare once said, it's in adversity that we find out who we are and learn to grow from it. Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree. I'm still learning who I am now.
Mhm.
You know, and I never stop learning. I learn new things about myself all the time. And sometimes I think I can do something, and next thing I know, it's accomplished, and I'm like, wow. So I'm learning myself every day, and then I'm growing.
You're
You know?
reinventing
Yeah,
yourself.
Exactly. The transformation.
Change is good. We're fearful of change many times, but it actually is good.
It's good.
What would you say, because you've had so many, I'm sure, what would you say is one of your life's most defining moments?
Wow. That was a good one. Wow.
I told you, we go deep.
Yeah, I see that. I think the development of unique blend models, because what it represents. Fashion comes in all shapes, sizes, and the colors. Unique Blend Models is an organization that believes in that concept. Our motto is, we come in all size, shapes, and colors. And when we come together, we blend beautifully. And so I think developing that is the biggest thing, because it's enabled us to reach out to women of all shapes and sizes and colors.
I love that. And I think I'm going to add to that, and ages.
And ages, yes!
Because it's so important. And I was saying before that, when people see you in the shows, they want to be able to relate. They want to say, oh, that could be me out there, or I like the way that looks on that person. And, especially as a baby boomer.
You know what I mean? That's what I want when people see our show, that they can relate to one model in the runway. We just want to help enhance self-esteem in adults as well. And just give them the confidence,
Yeah, we want to empower each other.
Yes.
It's not who's
Exactly.
the best, who's the worst. It's empowering all of us. And that comes, of course, from confidence.
Oh, yes.
And you're helping everybody. Backstage, you were all over. You were helping all the models. You were making sure everybody's on time. I mean, it was extraordinary. And you never lost it. You stayed with it.
Yes. Fashion coordination it's a passion. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy watching the whole thing comes together because a lot of people don't realize producers go through a lot to make these events take place. So, to have a fashion coordinator in the back, making sure everything ties in, hair is being done and makeup, the designer's getting their fitting done, and just to have it all manifest in front of your eyes. It's a
You've
beautiful
helped
thing.
models, learn
Yes.
how to walk. What do you think is most important for the models when they're starting out and they're learning to walk? Is it their personality? What would you say?
I would say before you do anything, the first thing to do is research. There's a lot of companies out here, there's a lot of individuals out here who claim to be runway coach, but they're not. So you have to research who you're working with. Then in order for you to be a good model on that runway, you have to be very open-minded. You have to let go of all your doubts and all your worries and shame and just grace it, and embrace the person that you are, and it shows that on the runway.
Yeah, because then you're showing the
Yes.
outfit. And the other thing I have found is that people are rooting for you. People want you to succeed.
Yes.
So if you get out there and they feel that, they're right with you.
Exactly. How you feel shows on that runway. So if you feel good and confident about yourself, you're going to see it. And that's what helps us the garments.
Love
you
it.
know?
Love it. So you heard that here. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice, stay true to myself.
To an unselfish truth.
Yes.
Love it.
Because a lot of times we try to change who we are to fit in with society. And I used to struggle with that because I know I'm different. I'm definitely unique. I know I'm different. And so once I embrace who I am and I said, you know what, I'm not going to change me. They're going to have to adjust to who I am. And once I start doing that, everything just unfolds.
What do you wish you knew back then that you know now that you could help others with?
I wish I had developed the courage earlier, because it takes a lot of courage to do some of these things I'm doing. To go out there and start your own nonprofit organization takes a lot because you don't always get the support that you expect to get. So there's going to be days when you're going to feel discouraged, but if I had gotten confidence earlier, I would have started this road at an earlier time. But you know what? Nothing happened before its time though.
I was just going to say, perhaps it took you
Yes.
to this time to learn who you are.
Exactly.
And maybe to go through those defining moments and to grow from it, because you wouldn't be who you are now
True.
had you not gone through that. Love the glasses. You're a brand ambassador. Let's talk about that.
Yes, I'm a brand ambassador.
Love it.
Sophia Davis, Fashion Avenues. This is her ready-to-wear collection. This is one of her ready-to-wear. And I also do her Bling Bling Couture Darling collection as well, where she puts all these beautiful rhinestone feathers and she really goes into it.
Talk about dreams and
Yes.
fun and glamour, make-believe. Now you also have pants and swag. Tell a little bit about that. Pants and swag.
Oh,
Yeah. Am I
suits
saying
and
it?
swag.
Suits and swag. There we go. Suits and swag.
Yeah, suits and swag is one of the components of the Unique Blend Models Fashion Weekend show. And what it is basically is showing the latest trend for today's men.
Men.
And we start from day wear to evening wear, because the reason why we call it suits and swag is because, when you have a suit on, that's when you can really be swagger. Yes.
It's interesting. People always say, well, don't worry about how you dress. But not so.
Not so at all.
No, when I taught in high school,
Mhm.
I watched when the kids had dress-up day. They acted so differently than they, with
Exactly.
the pants hanging down. They were so,
They-
they were so different.
You-
Suddenly
Mhm.
their demeanor changed. Confidence.
Exactly. Because they thought that the pants hanging down was swag. No,
Well,
darling.
nobody wanted to see
Nobody
that.
wants to see that. I put a nice man, that's swag.
Now, what about being a pageant director?
I work with Miss Teresa Randolph, Miss Full Figure USA pageant. The director of the Caribbean division for that. And it's really been great. It's going to be our second year. And you have beautiful, beautiful ladies from all over the Caribbean and I conduct that part of it.
Right now,
It's
you
usually
began
April.
you started the show, I think, in 2015, and then a couple of years later, the magazine, yes?
Oh my
So
gosh.
why don't we show that? Let's hold that up first of all.
Unique Blend magazine.
Mhm.
You know, it's a funny story behind that.
We want to hear it.
My mentor, Sophia Davis, we was at an event one day, and I'm sitting near the table, you know, all smiling and giggling, and she gets on the microphone and she goes, "Coming soon, Unique Blend Models." But I know I'm Unique Blend, Unique Blend Model magazine. I know I'm Unique Blend Models. So I'm looking to the left, looking to the right. I'm looking all over because I know she wasn't referring to me. And then she said again. And then she says, "Andrene, you're going to do a magazine." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Oh.
And then she went a step further. She put this big announcement on Facebook, and she made it seem like a movie premiere. Yes, she said, "This is coming soon." But it did like camera action.
Oh.
Unique Blend magazine. So
You
yes.
had to do it. Now,
I
I'm
was
just going to
there. Mhm.
very quickly list some of the things that you have been doing, because I'm going to ask you what's next. You have been a model, and I think a lot of
Yes.
people didn't realize when you
No.
come in at the end of Vanny's show, you walk because you have been a
Yes.
model, a house model, fashion coordinator. You administrated, you took care of budgets, you helped to raise money, associate degree in nursing, a licensed real estate. You have even done a virtual reality for businesses
Yes.
to help them get started. You've been a radio host with
Yes.
am I bringing back memories?
Yes,
Do you love it?
93.5.
A newspaper columnist, motivational speaker.
Yes.
Okay, what's next and what's on your bucket list?
What's next for Unique Blend Models is coming 2020. We're going to be doing a natural hair show.
Love that.
So it's called Natural Hair in Fashion. Because although so many women out there have natural hair, they're still not accepted into fashion like they should be.
Right.
I've been told before that, you know, you have to wear a wig because if we don't want the natural hair look. I've been told that. You know what I mean? So I want to develop a platform for these ladies to just grace the runway in their natural hairstyle
Excellent.
while wearing today's fashion with trends.
And you
I
want to
can't
do
wait.
other things in 2020. What is Derby Glamour? What's
Derby-
that all about?
Every year I find a theme for Unique Blend Models Fashion Weekend. You know me, I can't be plain. I just can't do it. I have to have some
still.
pass, you know, I have to have something popping. So this next year is going to be Derby Glam. And I call it Derby Glam because all the ladies have to come with their little derby hats and their gowns and everything. We're going to take it to the next level.
Oh, it's going to be great. And you were at the Watson Hotel this
Yes, we
year
have that
for
at
the
Watson.
fashion show.
Yeah, I like the Watson. They're very accommodating.
They're accommodating.
Shout out to the Watson. They do. They really like put everything together for me, and they try to work with me to the best of their abilities.
What would you like to mention that I didn't mention before we give you a website and where to find you?
There's a lot of people out there that have dreams, and sometimes life can be very discouraging. And what I would like to tell them is, whatever your dream is, don't give up on it. There's going to be days when you want to, but stay strong, have faith, and you can do anything you put your mind to. And don't let anyone stop you, because there will be people who may tell you don't do this and don't do that, but don't let that stop you, because you don't want to live one day and say, I wish I had.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So give it a shot. Go for it. Put your mind
You
to
heard
it.
it here. Where can we find you?
You can find me on our website is uniqueblendmodels.com. I'm on Facebook as Andrene Williams. Also Unique Blend Models. All my funny thing is everything that I do is on Facebook with different pages.
Right. That too.
So you can find me on that as well. I'm also on
Absolutely.
Instagram as Andrene Williams, Unique Blend Models Fashion Weekend. Instagram, Facebook, and the website.
I want to thank you so much. It's
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait for the show.
Yes,
Thank
and yes, thank you so much.